uh, I mentioned this before, that there was 10 chapters that were questioning the whole organization because now it's the the reckoning has begun. No bullshit there, you know. If you think 9 years ago that three dumbasses thought they could create this group, thinking okay, in a positive in a positive way, well, no one thought that in 2020 the same group organization would rank in nearly $100 million. Okay, nearly $100 million. And if you were you're now they have a website with every chapter on that website, and if you question it, if you question the BLM network about the money they're ranking in, you know, and your chapter is removed from the website. If you question the three dumbasses that founded the group, that co-founded the group, you know, now when you're thinking you're going to use someone's death and make a criminal who died viciously by an officer, you're going to make them a martyr for your alleged Ponzi scheme as a cause. Okay? Now, you know, it's at a point when you think that they're gonna create this really good organization to help stop violence. Right? Total bullshit. So there's over 25 chapters suing the global network. Now, if you're a co-founder and you lie on TV, you lie on TV, okay? Because you got caught. Now, BLM network bought a mansion in Los Angeles for $6 million. Now, can you say fraud? Fraud? You're already frauding people who donated to you. You're already defrauding the chapters that you're supposed to help. Don't create this organization as a personal gain financially, because that is considered fraud. Now, there's a big turnaround. There's a big shift against BLM and the network because from January all the way to December, well, from the time of George Floyd's death on to December, the whole entire year, they ranked in $90 million. Imagine that shit. So there's a footage of the three co-founders sitting around living it up like GQ. They're GQing, you know, and they're using race as a financial gain. You know, they're using race as a financial gain to benefit from this racism shit. And 10 chapters started to see through the bullshit because the mother of Breonna Taylor, what was her name? Was Sarah Brand, the one that died in jail. I'm seriously. Her mom, the mother of Breonna Taylor's mom, are living because Sean King, here's a guy, a white guy, pretending to be black. Dude, stop fooling yourself, dude. You know, stop fooling yourself, man. You know, you're a white guy, okay? You're a straight white guy, you know. This guy got exposed so many fucking times. He ain't legit. He ain't for real. He's a joke. You know, there's people out there that are being stupid. You know. You know. But over 25 chapters is suing the network, and it does not look good. Don't. But Patrice Cullors bought 4 homes. 4 homes. She paid her brother $800,000. She put her mom on a payroll. She put her brother on a payroll where he's making $800,000 a year. That's 1.6 million every 2 years. But that's all I know is that she paid him $800,000. Now she was interviewed and was asked about the 990. And that question made her kind of scared because here you're a co-founder of a group that you co-founded to create this illusion, you know, You're creating this illusion, you know, that have fooled people, have fooled a lot of people, you know, and really had people fooled until One co-founder who resigned because she got caught buying 4 homes in the amount of $3.2 million. Go figure. Now, the BLM the network bought a home in LA, $6 million. Okay, $6 million. Okay, now they were looking into buying a mansion in Canada for the same price, $6 million. And his mansion is a Mason Lodge. Mason Lodge. Um, so so there's some problems with that, because could it be that they bought just in case if things got a little hot in the U.S. They would skip to Canada, hot out until things kind of cooled off. It ain't gonna cool off, you know. You're committing a crime, a federal crime. No. Now, if you're a nonprofit, you can sign up for a 50c3. You know, what was it, 50c3, where it's non um, profit, because BLM is a profit organization. They're a fraudulent organization, you know. And there's another BLM group that leader has swindled people out of $10 million. You know, and the question is this, you know, like, why would you create this organization, okay? This organization, you know, to thinking you're going to help stop the violence, help create this group for black people that were assaulted by police officers. Well, and you take the life of a guy who's a known criminal, and you use his death as a foundation to create this fraud. They built a statue of George Floyd. Tear that fucker down. Okay? Tear it down. He ain't that special. You know? You know? I mean, his funeral where he was in a gold coffin. Really? The guy was a known criminal, high on fentanyl and other shit. Could have gone to the hospital, you know, to save his life, but no, they took him out, threw him on the ground, held him down while one had his knee on his neck, and while one of them was guarding. Common sense would set in well, hey guys, we need to take him to the hospital, then book him. That would have been a smart thing, but no. Now, these 4 officers are looking at manslaughter. Years, you know. Um, and you know, I do agree to a point that officers need kind of, there are officers that have been known to go after black black guys, you know, but they'll go after anybody. Cops don't target a particular group. They will target anybody for for their own stupidity and enjoyment, you know. But when when you take a guy who died viciously, should have been taken to the hospital, and to get booked on charges of whatever he's charged with, you know, don't kill a guy. But this Chauvin guy is trying to appeal his sentence because he's a cop. Cops fear going to prison. They do. Cops fear going to prison because if you get locked up, there goes everything: retirement, pension, the prestige, the qualified immunity. All that is gone because you fucked up. Because you fucked up. But the network's problem, okay, the BLMNGN, their biggest downfall too is putting George Floyd on a pedestal as a martyr. He ain't no martyr. He ain't no martyr. Rashard Brooks ain't no martyr. Breonna Taylor, she's a victim and not a martyr. She's a victim. Tamir Rice is a victim. Is he a martyr? No. No. Sarah Bland, who died mysteriously in jail. Is she a victim? Yeah. Is she a martyr? No. Right? Trevor Martin, is he a martyr? No. Is he a victim? Yeah. But out of everybody that died that we know of, why was George Floyd chosen to be a martyr? Out of everybody. Trevor Martin, he's a victim. Tamir Rice, he's a victim. Sarah Bland, she's a victim. Breonna Taylor, she's a victim. You know. But they picked George Floyd, who did die too. He's a victim of brutality, but why was he chosen as a martyr? You know, Rashard Brooks, he's a criminal, driving under the influence, right? So, is he a victim of is he a victim of brutality? No, no, not. He's not a victim. He's a criminal. There's a difference, you know. There's a difference. he was found sleeping in a drive-through of a Wendy's restaurant, fast food place. Someone in the drive-through called 911 because there's somebody in the car asleep in the drive-through. Cop came out, checked on him, see if he's okay. They had him park his car in a parking stall, and they had him do a sobriety test. He failed. Now, if you're under the influence and not know what the hell you're doing, and not realize you fucked up by DUIing, and you fail a sobriety test, and you're charged with driving under the influence, and and you put a handcuff on a guy, okay? They put a cuff on him. Then he started fighting back. Why? He ain't gonna be taken alive. He's fighting like he's fighting for his life. Dude, you're charged with DUI. You failed a sobriety test. You're driving under influence. Could land you in jail for a while. You can lose your license. But he assaulted the officers, grabbed one of their tasers, ran off. Now there would be about 2-3 charges on his ass if he would have just complied, being dealt, get handcuffed and shit. But no, he fought back, what is pretty stupid because you're under the influence. Because whatever in your system, whether it's alcohol or drugs, it's fucking with your judgment, your impairment, And I know some of you are going to be disagreeing with me. Just because you see it in the media edit out most of this shit, getting people all worked up and shit, So he had a taser, and did he have a gun? No, taser. Like a taser gonna, but he was a few feet away from where. I mean, if you just a few feet shorter, he would got shot one of them. But he was like a few feet away where he could not even make a connection. If you're an officer, if you're an officer, it don't matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever you are, your training kicks in. It's a life or death situation. Your training. You have to. You're trained to be prepared for the unexpected, man. And so they shot him. But here's the one thing that's really fucked up. The DA, he's black. Without even doing a investigation, he's going to charge both officers with capital murder. Now this DA was like he was beaten in the election. I think that they're kind of ended it for him because he's going to charge these officers with capital murder. What happened to what happened to getting a investigation done on the matter? No. This DA rushed to judgment, and if you went forward with the charge and trial, the judge would have thrown it out because the DA used race as a motive. Just jumped the gun, he did. And that's what cost him his job as a DA. If you would have used your head, man, because all this race shit is one big illusion, man. Because not everybody is falling for that crap, because you have I mean, this is really just fucking stupid, man. You know, like really fucking dumb here, dude. I was I watch the news. I read, you know. I see what's going on. I hear about everybody and whatnot. But it's insane because when you use race as a crutch, as race as as a foundation to put somebody as a martyr who's also a fucking criminal. He ain't special. He ain't special. He's a fucking criminal that could have been taken to the hospital because he's sick. He's dying here. You know, he's not well. Take him to the hospital. You know, I can agree with that. You know, instead of taking him out of the car and holding him on the ground while one of them had his knee on his neck, cutting off flow of oxygen to his brain. Now, here's a problem with that for BLM. If instead of relying on what the cop did, take a look. They should have looked at the toxicology report that the coroner did. There was 2 of them done. He had drugs in his system, you know, and he was overdosing. Floyd was overdosing. George Floyd was overdosing. And instead of taking him out of the car, take him to the hospital where he could get medical care. You know. If he had proper medical care, that would have saved his life. You know, but He's dead. You know, there shouldn't. I mean, is there a statue of Tamir Rice? Is there a statue of Trayvon Martin? Is there a statue of Rashard Brooks? Is there a statue of Sarah Bland, Breonna Taylor? That's no. But why is there a statue of George Floyd up? He ain't fucking special. He's a human being with flaws like everybody else. Take down the statue. He ain't special. He's a human being with flaws like everybody else. Nobody's special. We're all human beings from all walks of life, different creeds, different races, different, we all have flaws. We all have errors in our life. We're not perfect. We sin. There's things we do in our lives that we know we're gonna fuck up. But they made this guy a martyr, which he shouldn't be. He's not a martyr, never was. But they gave him a we call it a funeral, like a Maharaja King and shit. That why? It's for television. It's for ratings on the news. They want to make it look good. All this bullshit is what got BLM, the whole thing, spinning out of control. First, it was 10 chapters questioning the co-founder of the network. Then those chapters were removed from that website because they were questioning the 3 co-founders. And now they're feeling the heat now because they're now realizing they fucked up. They fucked up. But yet they're sitting there. They're sitting there, nice shitty area, drinking their $100 bottle of fucking fake wine and shit, up there GQing it and shit, And the IRS, oh man, the IRS is going to want to look into every record they got. I tell you what, the news, the Democrats need to really shut the fuck up. Because if the IRS looks into a list of donors that they refuse to, because if you're a non-profit as they supposed to be, and the talking about the 990 made Patrice Cullors kind of feel ill. You have to report that to the IRS. And if you don't, and if you ain't got no 990 thing or a 501c3 thing, where you're a nonprofit, but you're making a profit off someone's suffering, that's fraud. That's fraud. So, if the IRS want to look into all the paperwork, all the files, and they ain't got it, it's fraud. It's fraud. So, the three co-founders are looking at a Bernie Madoff sentence. And they could say, I mean, they can talk about race all they want, but they're the ones who's breaking federal law. Any income that comes in, you got to report it. You got to report that, man. And if you don't report that, guess what? You're going away for a long time. Go ask Bernie Madoff, but he's dead. Go ask the guys at the Enron place that Enron, big old, a lot of them went to prison for fraud. Charles Ponzi, which was named after him, Ponzi scheme, I mean, if you're fucking up, dude, look, if you're fucking up by doing this shit, 25 chapters is suing the Black Lives Matter Global Network. Because 2020, they ranked in $90 million. Patrice Cullors bought 4 homes, $3.2 million. Okay? Now, 3.2 million. Then they bought a home in LA. Imagine it, in LA, $6 million. Now, mind that. That's 9.2 million. 9.2 million, right? Then now they ranked in 90 million, but where did 60 million of that go? So that leaves 30 million. 30 million left out of 90, But Foot Locker was going to donate $200 million for 5 years. Do the math. That's $1 billion. $1 billion, man. So if I was running a corporation, and I had chains all over the United States, like Foot Locker or Apple or Walmart or shit like that, or and I'm being told that I need to donate to BLM or more of my stores is going to get looted. demanding that I pay. See, if I was a billionaire, I had chains of stores, it's like Apple, or T-Mobile, or Foot Locker. I won't donate you shit. I would go direct to the FBI. I would go to the FBI, Department of Justice, because if you're threatening a major corporation to demanding that you donate, kick down a few bucks to your your fraud organization. I mean, Foot Locker was going to donate $1 billion to BLM, the network. But why? I mean, it shouldn't fucking matter if you do or not. Your chain is going to get looted anyway. It's going to get looted anyway. You know. And if I was those three morons, those cult funding morons, I would put down the fucking glass of wine and kind of realize this fun can be over at any time. And they'll be wearing a Department of Corrections jumpsuit in charge with fraud and embezzlement. And that's what it is. Fraud and embezzlement. Every chapter that uses race as a crutch, you need to open up your fucking eyes, man. You need to open up your fucking eyes, because your so-called chapter is an illusion. It's an illusion you're creating for yourself. The network, it's a Ponzi scheme. It's an organization. The network, your network is committing fraud and embezzlement, and they will be charged with that. Oh yeah, and they're looking at years. I mean, like Bernie Madoff years behind bars. And if you think they're gonna happen, guess what? If you don't report any income to IRS, tax evasion is gonna be charged. You gotta pay a tax for any income coming in. Let's see, tax evasion. Let's see, fraud, embezzlement, money laundering. The three co-founders of BLM is looking at more than a Bernie Madoff years. They're looking at life with no parole life no parole, like years, over a century worth of years. Because right now, Bernie Madoff is rolling in his grave right now. Tax evasion, fraud, embezzlement. Damn. Money laundering. If you if you got donations from idiots and you bought yourself 4 homes in the amount of $3.2 million, that's money laundering right there. Because you're screwing your donors out of the money to buy yourself a nice house, you dumb broad. That's considered money laundering. And these three dipshits should realize that doing this, ranking it, I mean, they swooped in. They these three bitches, these three trifling, scandalous bitches came in, swooped up, and they're ranking in dough. They're ranking in dough like a crack addict needing a fix. And what's their fix? Money. Money. The network's going to burn to the ground, man. They're going to burn to the ground. Because this is not looking good for them. Patrice Cullors can say, oh, I resigned. Shouldn't fucking matter. You're still a co-founder. It don't matter. It don't matter if you resigned or not. You put your mom on a payroll. You put your brother on the payroll. You put the father of your dumbass kid on payroll. Well, I can't call your kid dumbass because that's not that's like you put the father of your child on the payroll. You donated what, $200,000 to the was it Tamir Rice or the Trayvon Martin Fund? The media is going to make this like the reason that they're being sued is because of straight white people, because of white supremacists. And watch. AOC is going to put in her two cents and say something really stupid. Kamala Harris will open up her damn mouth because she's used to that. She'll be on TV, on the news, and also say something really stupid. And also, our own president will be like, same thing, opening his mouth and really saying something really stupid. And then you got the left wing media. They're going to do the same thing, saying something really stupid. And the word white supremacy will be spewing from their mouth. Because it's not looking good for anybody right now. Because, tell you what, it's not looking good at all for anybody. Because when you think about what began and where it all ends, oh yeah, we are 2 months away. 2 months away. Right? From the midterm elections. Everybody thinks they have they know how it's going to turn out. Well, I can't say everybody, but there are a few people that they think they know what's going to happen in the end. Honestly, I wouldn't say that, because if I was to say something about the election, the midterm election, and who's going to win and who's going to lose, it would make me sound like an idiot. Because honestly, nobody knows who's going to win. Okay? Because in November is the midterm elections. Do you know who's going to win? No. But after the midterm, 2023 is the beginning of the running for the 2023-2024 election season. Okay. Now, I would say it better be better than the last election. That's all I'm going to say. Now, I'm going to push the politics aside and finish this video with IRS, DOJ need to really look into the Black Lives Matter global network. And the second, too, because there's been enough fraud, enough embezzlement. I tell you what, somebody's going away for a long time. And something tells me that the 3 co-founders are looking at serious charges. And Patricia Cullors will end up losing her 4 homes. BLM Network is going to lose that $6 million mansion. Big time. And all that money they gained will be gone. and they're going to go back to where they were when they founded their organization. Because if there was no 990, if there's no 501c3 tax exempt status thing, and there's no record when the IRS looks into their shit, tell you what, somebody is going to prison for a very long time. Somebody is going to wait for a long time. Very, very long time. All right, folks. This is good old Grimlock. And I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please share, subscribe, like, hit the bell for notification, and always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed.